Okay, we're going to get started here. It's going to take a couple minutes. So when you get this recording, I'll let you know how far to fast forward into it. So we're going to go live on Facebook in the group. So let me get that set up. Preparing the live stream. Okay. Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Gayle Zintek here. Network Team Homes, eXp Realty. And can you hear me? I need to know if you can hear me because I was having some difficulty earlier. So I'm gonna, Carlin, Julissa, Tracy, can anybody just tell me if you can hear me? Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so I'm also going live. I'm recording this, but I'm also going live within the Realtors Business by Referral with SendOutCards group because I know there's going to be people that can't jump on the webinar and are going to want to learn what I'm going to teach today about how to create the campaigns. So you guys have like motivated me to get with it, to get in and going. So tell me a little bit about if you're jumping on this call. Like, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to go and see if there's any questions. I'm going to try my best. I only have one screen. A lot of people, a lot of those rockstar realtor coaches have multiple screens that they look at. I can maybe bring it up on my phone. So I'll look to see if there's any questions that I can answer that come up. You know, it is a delayed reaction. You know, what I say, here we go. This is kind of cool. We're live here. So I'll kind of keep an eye on that as well to see if there's any questions that come in. So welcome. Thank you for being here. It's December 18th. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And it's a beautiful day. The sun is shining here in Portage, Michigan. I'm going to go do a little bit of holiday shopping once I'm off the call today. So let's get right into it, okay? I want to just go and share my screen. I think we got it. Okay. So everybody, just give me a little shout out that you can see my screen. I'm going to look here and make sure that it comes on there. But I've got my campaign. So when you log into your SendOutCards account, this is where you're going to be. This is what you're going to see. And what I want you to do is click on campaign. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to walk you first through how I created and set up this campaign. So what I did is I want you to go on my campaigns, and this is where you're going to add a campaign. So I'm just going to go to the chat real quick and make sure. Awesome. I love it that you guys are keeping me. If you want to post, I'll keep this chat up, the Zoom webinar chat. So ladies, if you see someone with a specific question and you want to mention that to me, please feel free to use the chat, or if you have a question, I'll keep that open over on to the side. So what you're looking at is campaigns that I've created. So this is a campaign that went out to our Country Brook Estates, our farm area. So that went out earlier. This is one that I created for 2019. And so I'm going to open the campaign so you can see it's a 5-card campaign. And what I did was I started out with the thought, what am I going to say to a seller that sells a home? What am I going to say to a buyer that buys a home? And the one campaign that I haven't created yet is actually a buyer-seller campaign. So someone that worked both sides of the transaction. There's just a few little different things that I would say to those clients than I would say to a seller or a buyer. So this is the immediate card, and you can see I've got the 4-pack of brownies that are attached to the thank you card. I've got a 2-pack of brownies attached to the anniversary card. I've got a card that goes out 3 months after the sale. I've got a card that goes out on May 11th and one on November 10th. So besides these 5 cards, all of our clients are going to receive the Pumpkin Fest invitation that goes out in September. They're going to receive the Flower Fest invitation that goes out in April. They're going to receive a holiday card from us. So add those 3 to these 5. A brand new client of ours is going to receive at least 8 cards from us over the course of the first year after they close on their home, plus 2 gifts, the 4-pack of brownies and the 2-pack. So let's go in, and I'm going to just open these up, and I'm going to share with you what these cards look like. So this one goes out immediately. And I picked the Oh Happy Day because everybody, this is a seller, remember, this is someone who sells. Because if someone sells, maybe they're moving out of state, maybe they're moving into an apartment. We had one seller who sold, and they're like, we're done home owning, we're getting an apartment. So there's a little bit different language that we use for sellers than we do for seller buyers or buyers. And I can change this. I can do gold, I can do the orange. I like that because it kind of match that little house on there. So I'm going to keep that the orange. This is the inside of the card. And see, I've kept, what I did was I went over here to layouts, click on the left side of the card. I went to layouts, and here's where you can, be able to add a picture. Like I chose this layout because chances are I'm going to take at least 2 pictures. One of them, maybe the house, because we have a professional photographer that does all our photos. So we're going to have pictures of the house. If there's more pictures that I want to capture, I can pick a different template for each individual person. So I can individualize it based on who the seller is and what pictures I have. But here's the message. So on here, what I did was, and I'm going to show you. So dear, and then down here over to the left, first name, comma. Now, let me just pause for a second. I'm working with a couple. It's John and Mary. And I'm going to put John and Mary in my contact manager as John and Mary Smith, last name. John and Mary goes in the first name. So when I send cards to John and Mary, it's always, and I use the first name field, it's always going to go out to Dear John and Mary. Okay, so that's how I set it up. That's probably one of the biggest questions we have in working with clients in the contact manager. So if you want to take a screenshot and just copy this out, if you have a hard time knowing what to say, please feel free to take my information and use it as your own until you have your own word. Now, chances are you're not going to have, unless you adopt what we've done and give away a bike to Toys for Tots for each home sold, you're not going to put the PS on there. So dear John and Mary, it's been an honor to work with you on the sale of your home. Continued blessings as you enter this next chapter in your life. We appreciate your trust and thank you for the opportunity to serve you as your realtors. Warm regards, Steve and Gayle Zintek. P.S. One brand new bike will be donated to Toys for Tots in your honor this coming Christmas. That's what we do. Now, remember, I'm going to send this campaign. I'm going to go back and I'm going to personalize it with the pictures that I have for each person. This is the back of the card, the branding. It shows our picture. It has Steve and Gayle Zintek. It has our phone numbers, donating a brand new bike for each home sold since 2015. Now, if I wanted to change that, I could go over here to layouts, and I can choose whatever. Look, I have a whole bunch of different ones that I can choose from. I can click, but this is the one I've chosen for that. So simple update is going to keep all of that. So that's card 1. In 3 months, this is the card I created that it's going to go out 3 months after the sale of the home or the closing of the home. Thankful and grateful. And you guys, I Googled these images. So I am grateful. This is an image that I Googled and I just really liked, and I've used in a few cards because it expresses my heart, because I am grateful. So thinking of you, and what I did, your first name, again, first name, John and Mary. It's been a few months since you closed on your home. Know we are here if any lingering questions come up. Hope life is treating you kind, ... You deserve that. We are grateful for you. Blessings, Steve and Gayle. Okay, so here's what I did. Clicking on the inside of the card. I'm going to go over here to background, and you can see I chose. I can create any color background of the card that I want. The brown just happens to match, and I did the same over here. I went over here and I chose this template because it allowed me to add a picture and then type the words underneath. And again, background, I chose the brown. The back of this card, I chose a brown background. So it's just a little bit different. Steve and Gayle Zintech, our phone numbers, donating a brand new bike for each home sold since 2015. Thank you for your trust. Update. So there's card number 2 that goes out in 3 months. Now, it depends on the time of year when you close and when you start to implement this campaign. I have a card that goes out in the summer, May 11th. Add it. So this is what I did. I chose a flat panel card. I wanted to do something that would go out and connect with people very quickly. We love our lake home. This was a magnificent sunset over our lake right after a storm came through. Look at all the beautiful colors. So this one says every summer has its own story. And this is a template. This is a photo drop card. And on the back of the card, first name, we are sending you thoughts for a summer story that makes you smile. Let us know what fun things you have planned. If you're around Three Rivers, come take a cruise with us around Clear Lake. Steve and Gayle, our phone number. So there's another picture from our deck that shows the beautiful lake. What is this card doing? There's a couple things this card is doing. This card is wishing them beautiful summer stories. This card is prompting them to connect with us, even if it's on social media, to let us know what they're doing through the summer. And it's inviting them to come in our space and be personal to go around the lake. As you can see, there's nothing in this card about Steve and Gayle Zintech, Network Team Homes, eXp Realty. There's nothing. It's just a connection. This is a card that connects throughout the summer, okay? So there's card number 4. And then Harvest Hope. So this is a card that's, you can see they're dated. This one's going to go out on May 11th. This one's going to go out on November 10th. So this one, again, this is a picture. This is a photo drop card that that I was able to add. Oh, this picture. This tree got over almost 400 likes on Facebook, right? It's beautiful. And so it's a perfect card to go out for the fall. So small seeds of gratitude will produce a harvest of hope. So this is the card. I just simply put the picture of the tree in there. On the inside, again, Google was my friend. Google those, and this is, if I'm showing you, so this is over here, this template right here. Two spaces to drag and drop pictures in. So again, first name, John and Mary. As we reflect over this past year of business, we are truly thankful for the families we had the privilege to work with. We hope your Thanksgiving finds you surrounded by those you love and those that love you. Blessings for the holiday season, Steve and Gayle. Thanks. Thank you for your business in 2019. So that there's a picture of us down at the bottom right. Again, this template is, if you scroll down, is this one that allows you to write a text, have a picture down in the right corner, and then a signature line. The back of this card is, again, a little different. May your holidays be merry and bright. See, this one's going out November 11th. So this is entering into the holiday season, and I've addressed that on the back of this card. So that is a 5-card campaign. Remember, and when I close on a client and I add them into the contact manager, I will enact and send this campaign. So let's see what that looks like. So if I go to my relationships and let's see. Oh, I think I need to do Steve and Gayle. Well, maybe. Let's see. Let's add a contact. I'll do my stepmom in here. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click edit because I want to see important dates. So I have her birthday, and then let's just say that anniversary is going to be January 26, 2019. So I'm going to save that as that's the closing date. And now I'm going to show you. So you can, here's the cool thing is you can add to groups. So the 2019 bite card, top of mind 100, 36 to life, BNI members, buyer clients, Country Brook Estate. So here's what I'm going to do now. Now that I know she's in there, I'm going to click on her name. I'm going to go up here to campaign, and I'm going to add the seller campaign. I'm going to submit. I'm going to show you how easy it is to send this 5-card campaign. Creating the order. How's everybody doing today? Again, I want to just thank you for motivating me for creating these campaigns, because when I go to share something that I've done with somebody, it's a motivating factor. Oh, okay, so I'm going to go back and try it a different way. SendOutCards is sending lots of cards today. So, okay, so I'm going to go to relationships. Actually, I'm going to go to campaign. So let's go bring that campaign up. There's a few different ways that you can send these campaigns. So if I go here to open this campaign, see it says send order. I'm going to go here. I'm going to select all. I want all of these cards to go out. I'm going to click create. And hopefully that'll bring up my contact manager. Sometimes it's hard to be patient when you're doing things like this. So let me just stop the share for just a second and just talk to you. So what Steve and I have been able to do in creating campaigns that work for you. So we talk in our business that to systematize things will lead you to do things more often and more of them, right? Because it's created and it's done, and it's, you know, we get so busy and we want to get things done and sent out. We have good intentions, but we don't have the action behind it. So it just loaded up. Let me go back and share the screen with you. So here you see cards attached to my order. And now I go here to add recipients. So I'm going to just type in, I'm going to click done, and it's calculating, it starts saving, and you can go through each of these cards and take a look at them, what they're going out, and you can see immediate, 3 months, anniversary, May 11th, November 10th, ready to send. So what this is going to do is bring up oh happy day. So the card is free. Now you're going to see different numbers when you plug in yours. I bought the Elite Plus package. I'm also on the 147 a month. So every card that I send that's scheduled is going to be 99 cents or free till I use them up. So that's why you see one card at 99 cents crossed out. 4-pack of brownies is $7.96. This is the 3-month card, the home anniversary card. 2-pack of brownies is $3.89. Summer stories, Harvest Hope. So 5 cards are scheduled. The shipping is $19.03. Estimated total for 5 cards and 2 gifts, including shipping and handling, is $30.87. So if those of you who are on a budget and you want to budget out $30 to $50 a year on each client that you close with, because think about this, if you budget $30 a year for each client and you close, let's just say 30 clients over the next year, that's 30 times, what is it? 30 times 30, $900 that you would spend connecting with your 30 clients over the course of the next year. What if let's just say 10%. So what if 3 of those clients referred you to someone else over the course of the next year? Would that make a difference? And each of your commissions are, I'm just gonna pick middle of the range, $5,000. So you're spending $900 to send 30 of your clients a 5-card campaign at $30 to receive $15,000 in referral-based business. That's just a guess. Steve and I close. Okay, I'm looking down here. So Thomas, I see. Please elaborate on that plan price. Okay, I'll show you what the Elite Plus and the Elite packages are when I'm finished here. But I send this card, so I'm going to just click send. See, today's charge is $19.18. The remaining charge is $11.70. That money is not going to actually get spent until those cards actually go out in the future. Isn't that cool? So today's charge at $19.18 is because of the immediate send card with the 4-pack of brownies. So I'm going to click send, and that's going to process the order. I love congratulations. You just made the world a better place. So now if I want to go look, so I'm going to go back to relationships, and I'm going to just bring up Bobette. I can look at history and look it up here. All, pending, fulfilled, held, rejected, payment error. So if I just go to pending, it should bring up those 5 cards. So remember how I told you after I send it, I can go in and I can edit the card to add pictures. So I'm going to go here to this card. See, it's going to go out, scheduled to go out today. I'm going to edit this card. Edit. Go to the inside. This is where then I would go, click on pictures, and I would go in and add the pictures that I want to add from the closing for Bobette's home. I click update, and that card has just been updated, and it's going to be personalized going out to Bobette. So I'm going to, before I get off of here, I'm going to actually cancel those cards. So I think it's important for you to see 1 of 5. I'm going to select all, and I'm going to click cancel, and that's how you cancel cards. So the multiple card campaigns at any time during that system, you can go in and cancel. So that was the first campaign. So I have one also for buyers. This one's just a little bit different. Harvest Hope. So this is the first one. And what I've done with this one, again, it's a 4-pack of brownies, but this is going to allow me to add the picture of the home. That's just a placeholder right there. Okay, so that's just love where you live. That's just a placeholder. That's where I'm going to add them actually at the either at the table in front of their home with a sold sign or holding up their keys. That's what's going to go on the front of the card. The inside of the card just says congratulations on the purchase, and I'm showing you this so you can take screenshots, you can copy what I've said until you make your own. When you become level 4 at sending cards, it'll come, the verbiage comes easier and easier as you do it. So I want you, yours is probably even better than mine. Congratulations on the purchase of your new home. What a joy to watch you settle into the place you dreamt of and worked diligently to get. It was a pleasure to serve you. Thank you for your trust. Create magnificent memories in the years to come. Let us know if there's anything you need. Blessings, Steve and Gayle. And then remember that little PS, because I used this template over here, the one at the bottom left. I added the picture of us on the bike. I said, we will be donating a brand new bike on your behalf to Toys for Tots at Christmas time this year. The back of the card is just that. So that is card 1. 3 months, you see it's a little different. This is actually a campaign. You'll notice I took 2 of the 5 cards. I have a tendency to want to make up my own cards. So I, because of the Elite Plus package I purchased, I can go grab any of the campaigns in the campaign store that I want, and I can create and alter them just like I want also. So this is one of the cards in this campaign. I love it. I think it's a very sharp card. Here's the inside. Look familiar? And all I did was change the background to blue to kind of match the front of the card. And says, it's been a few months since you closed on your home. Know we are here if any lingering questions come up. Hope life is treating you kind. You deserve that. We are grateful for you. Blessings, Steve and Gayle. The back of the card. Just exactly what many of them are. Okay, so then the summer story is the same. This is a little different. Remember the November card for the seller was the tree on the front. So on the inside, I just said, as we reflect over this past year of business, we are truly thankful for the families we had the privilege to work with. We hope your Thanksgiving finds you surrounded by those you love and those that love you. Blessings for the holiday season. And again, I chose the custom back that announces the upcoming holidays. So that's the November card. Summer's the same. I'm not going to bring that up. Here's the anniversary card. I just love this anniversary card too. It's part of that campaign. Happy home anniversary. So here's the inside of the card. Love where you live. We hope you still love. Oh, see, I'm glad I'm here because I can correct my typo. We hope you still love where you live. It's hard to believe it's been a year since you closed on your home. We hope you're still loving your home and making wonderful memories. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to call. Happy home anniversary, Steve and Gayle. It's a casual on the back of the card. Continued blessings in your home. Love where you live. I'm going to update that, and now my typo is fixed. So that is our buyer campaign for the coming year. Again, we have the 4-pack of brownies with the card that goes out as a thank you. We have the 2-pack that goes out on the home anniversary, and we donate those bikes. So this is part of our. I'm gonna stop this for a second and just chat with you. We have chosen to donate bikes to Toys for Tots for each home that we close on. We got that idea. See that bike in the background? That was a gift. We're going to talk branding here for a second. You guys, find something that you're passionate about. Brand yourself, brand awareness around that, because people will, they will see things. Like my friend Hank, he drives a Jeep and his color's orange. He has a white Jeep with orange trim, and whenever I see a Jeep, I think of Hank. Whenever I see the color orange, I think of Hank. Why? Because he's branded himself that way. Whenever people see bikes, they think of Steve and Gayle and the houses that we sell, because we donate a bike to Toys for Tots for every home we sell. And I'm going to just share something with you as I reach back here. This kind of goes in with the branding. So Steve got this letter 3 days ago. It's from Mr. Jason Booth, Lakeland Correctional Facility, Coldwater, Michigan. I said, Steve, and it's addressed to Steve, Network Team Homes. I said, who do you know that's in a correctional facility in Coldwater? He's like, I don't know. What are they selling? What do they want? Well, this was kind of an eye-opener of web effect, what you can create on the web. And so it's a 3-page typed letter to Steve, and I'm not going to read it all to you, but I want you to hear what we open this letter to. Dear Steve, my name is Jason Booth, and I'm writing to extend my gratitude and appreciation for the selfless act and servitude on donating bikes to Toys for Tots. I saw it on Channel 3 News, and it was a very heartwarming story. I usually don't watch the news because it's usually full of negative stuff, but I was watching for the weather. I wanted to say thanks, and I recognize your generosity. When I was free, was never thankful or grateful, and I barely told anyone thanks for being positive and productive. So that's why I'm writing, and I wanted you to wish you and yours and your whole entire staff and all your families a very wonderful and Merry Christmas. I pray you all have a Happy New Year too. He goes on to tell a story of why he's in prison. And when Steve started to read this, we were just like, oh my gosh, what you do in life and what you do for your community is a blessing to others, and you don't know who's watching you. So find what you're passionate about and allow it to pull people along. Allow it to pull people to attach themselves to you. We've been donating bikes to Toys for Tots since 2014. I met Tammy Miller online on Facebook, and she was interested in SendOutCards. So we had a conversation. I sent her a card and some brownies, and she invited me to come to lunch. So I went over a 2-hour drive and had lunch with Tammy. And as we sat there at lunch, she told me about how she had donated bikes to Toys for Tots for the homes they'd sold for like 8 years. So it's been like a dozen years now, 12 years. And so Tammy gets the credit for me taking that idea for Steve and I and running with it, because it meant something to us. So now it's a part of our brand, it's a part of who we are, and it's a part of what we do. And in lieu of a closing gift, we donate 1 bike to Toys for Tots. So what we do is we set aside about $50 each closing into an account, and we earmark that for the bike donation. Here's what's happened. Out of 4 years, the news has come out and covered us 3 times. So they do a story, which you've probably seen, and if you haven't seen it, just go to my personal profile and you'll be able to scroll down and watch that news presentation. It's gotten our community together, but more than that, it's inspired many of you out there to do something similar. So together we all make a difference. The next campaign that I'm going to show you is our bike donation. So each year, I'm looking for the one from last year. I don't think I have. Oh, I might have it here. I can bring it up. So what we're doing is our bike donation. So let me just find last year's. I can find it really quick. So here's what we did last year. This was the card. So this card went out to 250 people at the beginning of the year. It was a picture of our grandson on the front, the day we were donating. On the inside, it had a picture of us and our agents, and there's Cohen, our grandson. So this is how I set this card up. It was a fresh start, new beginnings, new year card. And it says, as we usher in the new year, we wish you moments filled with promise, love, joy, and peace. In November, we welcomed our son-in-law, Nico Lopez, as a realtor to Network Team Home. In December, we donated 80 new bikes, one for each home sold. We are truly thankful for your referrals that make this possible. Together, we all make a difference. Let us know if you or someone you know is looking to make a move in 2018. Network Team Homes is ready to serve. And then on the back of the card, there was a picture of Steve and I out in front of our sign. So that was last year's card. This year, I just finished creating this card. This is the card that's going to go out at the first of the year after the holidays in the next couple weeks. And again, you know, I always take pictures everywhere I go. So on the front of the card, there's a picture of the guy from the news interviewing Sergeant Smyer, the Marine. There's pictures of the bikes, and then Steve carrying a couple bikes. The inside of the card, picture of us, 50 homes sold, 50 bikes donated in 2018. So this is what we're saying this year. January 2019, dear first name, we wanted to wish you a happy and joyful new year. We are blessed by your friendship and your business. On December 10th, 2018, News Channel 3 came out to our annual Toys for Tots bike donation. For the fourth year in a row, our company donated one bike for each home sold, totaling 232 bikes since 2014. This is possible because of you. Your referrals are the lifeblood of our business, and we appreciate the trust you place in us to refer your friends and family to us. Cheers to a 2019 that exceeds all of our expectations. We are truly, we are ready to go to work. Steve, Gayle, and Nico. And then on the back of the card is a picture that we took at our local association, Steve and Gayle Zintech, Nico Lopez, Network Team Homes, eXp Realty. Thank you for your continued trust. So somebody had a chat. Jalissa says, where do you store the bikes until the end of the year, and when do you give them away? Great question. So what we do is, let me take this off for a second. So what we do is we contact our local Walmart. Now, here's the deal. We had some guy from the News 3 says, why don't you buy local? Well, Walmart is local. My son-in-law, Nico, worked for Walmart for many, many years as a regional manager, and he managed stores. We've had a couple great experiences. We had one that wasn't so great. We switched Walmarts. And this Walmart, we contact them right before Thanksgiving, and we let them know how many bikes to expect that we need this year. Last year was 80 because there was our bikes, and there were the realtors from our office also donated bikes. This year, between Nico and Steve and I, there was 50 bikes. So we let them know right before Thanksgiving that we were going to need 50 bikes. They had them all put together, waiting. So then we call Toys for Tots, we call Sergeant Smyer, and we say, hey, we have 50 bikes this year. And they pull up to the backside of Walmart. We wheel them out and we load them in the truck, and off they go. It's like a 30-minute thing. So this, like the second Monday in December, find out from your local Toys for Tots when they do their big donation. So what they do is they bring all of the toys and all the bikes to the big warehouse at the Marine base, and then they have them all out, and they invite the families to come in and pretty much go shopping and pick out what they need for their children. Not everybody gets a bike, so they do get like go into a raffle. I think Denso, another big corporation, donated 60 bikes this year. So just between them and us, that's 110 bikes that were available for them. So we don't have to store them. all we have to do is make sure we earmark that money. And then we tell Walmart, you know, Monty, we say, you know, we've got 50 bikes. If you can get us around $50 a bike. So what they do is they take, you know, the little bikes that are like $49 or $39, and we take some bigger bikes that might be $89, but it all averages out to about 50 bucks a bike. 50 bikes, $2,500, and it makes a huge difference, and it's just a part of who we are. So what fonts do you use, or is that the one customized your actual handwriting? Great question, Jeff. Let's go over and look at, okay, here we go. So this handwriting font right here is Glory Hallelujah. So I'm gonna share with you. You can highlight the text. You can play around with different text. I like envelope hand is another one I like. Footlight, I like this one. Here's Gayle. So I do have my own. This is what my personal handwriting would look like, and it's a little light. So that's why I kind of choose to go with Glory Hallelujah, because I kind of like, it looks like personalized handwriting, and yet it's not. So hopefully that answers your question about that. Let's go back to campaign, see if there's anything else. This was my holiday card this year. So again, one card, Pumpkin Fest. This was the thank you follow-up that went out. As you can see, I Pumpkin Fest 2018. So really, when I want to go and create Pumpkin Fest 2019, I just really have to change this little date on the front of the card, and then it's done. Okay. Here's thanks for the referral. As you can see, it has a 2-pack of brownies attached to it. On the inside, dear first name, just a note to let you know that your referrals are the lifeblood of our business. Thank you for your trust, the trust you place in us to work hard for your friends and family. Here's a special treat just for you. We appreciate you, Stephen Gayle Zintech, Stephen Gayle, Networking Homes, eXp Realty. I'm gonna make just a little adjustment, because as I don't know if many of you know or not, but we had our own brokerage. We joined eXp Realty in September of 2018. And so we're figuring out the branding around that. But here's a sunset at our lake. Here's a picture of us really happy at a closing. Here's the back of the card that shows us at an event. Again, I'm going to do this. Update, so all of that information will be saved. So when someone sends you a referral, here's how easy it is. Select all, create, add a recipient, done, saving, ready to send. Seriously, it's going to cost $10.20 to send a thank you for a referral, and it'll take less than 30 seconds to do it if you take the time to set up a campaign that says thanks for the referral. Boom, it's done. So hopefully that. Okay, Thomas says, love seeing you work in the back end. It really helps with workflow in the system. So guys, I hope this has been helpful for you to learn what it is I do. Here's a little example. I don't have everything fully set up, but this is, I'm going to cancel this order. I'm learning to cancel out orders that don't show up in my. So if I go to my relationship manager, let's look at the groups for a second. I can go to our BNI members, And I'm gonna show you because that card is ready to go out. Oh, hang on. I want it to go out after the first of the year. So let me just go, just so I can show you how this works. I'm going to edit this card for just a second. Let's say I want this card to go out on a send delay, okay, on a specific date. I want this card to go out on January 1st. Now, that's a holiday, so it won't go out that day, but it'll go out around that day. So I'm going to submit that. Notice how over here this says January 1st. So if I go, I'm going to go to, well, I'll go to send order, select all, create. So here's standard paper, here's the card. Looks pretty good, right? Okay, add recipients. I'm going to go to my groups this time. I'm going to select BNI members. Done. Look, there's 48 recipients ready to send. So 48 cards, 0. Shipping, $24. It's going to cost me the stamps. Send. Okay, you guys, I just sent my thank you for the bike donation, or the bike donation card to 48 of our BNI members, just like that. Okay, so let's talk about pricing for a second. So if I go here, you're going to see scheduled cards remaining. So I think I need to refresh my page. Okay, so scheduled cards remaining, 521 out of 1,000. That's because I have the Elite Plus add-on. So let's go here and talk about that for a second. Into pricing. I'm on the current plan, Enterprise, $147 a month. It gives me unlimited single send heartfelt cards. That means I can send 10 cards a day, 20 cards a day, individual cards to individual people because I know a lot of you, right? So I can pick a card, type a message, click send, free. I can do that. Like I said, my goal is 3 times a day, 3 heartfelt cards every single day. That's what I do. The campaigns and everything that go in, I average 5.8 cards a day, 365 days a year. That's why the 147 makes sense. Because I get unlimited single card sends. That includes postage. Then I get a 30% discount on gifts. I get 100 free cards towards group sends. So when you're looking at this right here, group sends remaining, I have 21 remaining today. I can go in and I can send 21 cards. Now the loyalty rewards, 10 loyalty rewards that come with the premium and the enterprise roll over. These do not. If here's my break even. If I'm sending at least 50 group sends a month, it's worth the 147. So there's my take on that. So back to pricing. I added on the Elite Plus. I paid $1,000 so I could have 1,000 scheduled card sends. I send more than 150 group sends on any given month. If we go back and we look at card history, and I'm going to just go and see how many cards have I sent from December 1st through December 18th. And this is how you can check for the cards that you've sent, okay? 375 cards in the last 18 days is what I've sent. So that's why I say this one makes sense, because I'm sending those extra 275 cards for 99 cents a piece plus postage instead of the $1.75 for a standard card plus postage. So I'm saving, I think it's 43%. So if you have specific questions on whether the Elite or the Elite Plus packages are good additions to your sending, send me a private message. I always say do the math around things. Just do the math around what makes sense. I met with our association yesterday. Greater Kalamazoo Association of Realtors has been using SendOutCards for years. And since the switchover, I've noticed that they haven't picked a plan. And so they're paying more for their points than they need to. So I had to sit down yesterday and showed them the custom branding. And really, when we analyzed what they've done this year, they've sent 300 cards this year. Probably the best package for them was the $17 a month package with the Elite package add-on, the 500 cards. That would save them. So we have to do the math around your usage. It's not one size fits all. It's like, what do you desire? If you're desiring to do at least 3 cards every day, the $97 package is primo for you. And then you can work up to the $147. So do the math around your sending. The break-even point from the enhanced is, I think, 30 cards. If you're sending at least 30 cards, why not send 60? Doesn't cost you any more. Bump up from the 17 to the 97. Okay. Oh, awesome. So Thomas said, I love how you just showed us. There are so many things to know. I guess I take for granted because I've been using SendOutCards since 2007. Couple other things that you might be interested in is if you wanted to look at card history and you wanted to look at a specific person. So let's type in, I'll type in Bobette again. She's my stepmom. Look, I've sent her 65 cards. These are all cards I've sent to Bobette. How would you like to be able to look at all the cards you ever send to anybody? Okay, so you can go down and see, here she is. I'll just bring this up. There's my stepmama at her home that she's lived in since 1957. Here's the inside of the card, and here's the back. Just thanking her for her visit. So, so you have the ability to go up and search. So go to card history. When you're on your main page, just click on account, go to card history, go up here to the filter. You can do it by recipient, you can do it by date. You're curious of how many cards I've sent in the last couple months? You can go in and look, it'll calculate 830 cards since October 1st. And then you can go through and you can look at all the cards and you'll see these are the group cards. When you see the different ones that are going out, that are fulfilled, those were a group send that I created and sent earlier this month. So hopefully that's been a good lesson for you today on creating and sending campaigns. Jeff says, do you send a group campaign for monthly newsletters to your CRM's top 100 and considering it versus the Buffini box I'm getting now? Let me tell you, if you have the database arranged, I could pick any group. I could pick my BNI members and just send them a heartfelt card in a group send to use those 50 sends. I don't do it in a newsletter style right now, but every other month I take the 89 homes that are in my farm area and I create a card and send it to the farm. Those are just some of the ways. I have a coaching class, referrals for a living. And when you're in my coaching class, I have 4 or 5 cards that go out over the course of that coaching class. that are created as a campaign. So I use up those group sends each month with different groups of people. So Jeff, hope that makes sense to you. And, you know, I've never put down any other program. I can just tell you heartfeltly that if you find your one thing, SendOutCards is my one thing. SendOutCards has sustained us in business. It's produced a passive income for us so that I can quite honestly tell you that I have sent over 30,000 cards over the last 11 years, and I've gotten paid to do it. But here's the other benefit. I've gotten paid to do it because I take time to share it with you, share how it works, and I'm doing it at an effective level that it's drawing people to us who know us, like us, trust us. They know who we are, they know what we do, they know how to find us, they trust us, and they refer business to us. In the last, since 2012, so 7 years, in the last 7 years, we've closed over 7 times 5, over 350 homes. We've closed on over 350 homes by referral since 2012. And if you just take an average of $5,000 commission, that's not been a bad income for us over the last 7 years. And we get paid because we use SendOutCards. So Kara says, how do you find out more about your coaching program? Type referralsforaliving.com. And there's a landing page that kind of tells you about my coaching. My next class is January 8th. It's 4 weeks. We do social media interaction. I teach you the right habits around sending cards. You prospect 1 hour a day Gayle's way, which is sending at least 3 cards every day. And we have an accountability around that. So that program is $244. But if you're watching this and you get in on that, use RFL as a coupon code, and you can save 25%. So that starts January 8th, and it'll go 4 Tuesdays in January from 2 to 3 p.m. And this, I've had over 100 students go through it, and the people who implement what I teach are having fantastic results in their personal life as well as their business. So thanks for asking, Kara. We're hitting the top of the hour. I wasn't going to keep you any more than an hour. Thank you for your time and attention today. I will be here on Facebook. Message me if you have any specific questions. My main goal is to help you live a life that you desire. And if that's running a referral business, it's about intentionality, connecting with people on a very personal level. Yes, RFL stands for Referrals for a Living. So www.com. There you go. All right, I'm going to head out of here. Thank you for your time and attention today. I appreciate every single one of you, and let me know if I can do anything else to add value to your life or your business. Bye-bye.